I do want to talk Patriots, but I really kind of don't. You know, Mike, I was going over this game. It's Patriots Jags.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? What?
Again.
Like, what brings anything to that?
Again, I almost think
Drake Maye's second start.
I almost think it's an insult to the people in London.
It just stinks. It stinks. I do wonder kind of the demographics of London. So have you ever been to London, Mike?
No, I have not.
I've been there. I did a semester
in my mind
there.
I've been there many times.
I did a semester there in college, and in the middle of it was the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the Patriots were in the Super Bowl. So of course I was way into it. It was the one they lost to Philadelphia.
That's all right.
But we got tickets.
You mean number 10? Number 10, right? Wasn't that their 10th? That was 9?
At that point.
Yeah, it's just
There's nothing worse than your team losing the Super Bowl.
Hey,
it sucks.
Who are you talking to?
It sucks. Trust me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we bought tickets to go to this bar, big old bar, bigger than a pub, and it had a couple hundred people in it. Game kicks off at 11:30 p.m. and there was like jerseys of like all 32 teams there.
Yeah.
So there is like a genuine. Obviously, there's a ton of expats, right? London is a worldly city.
Yeah.
But there is legitimate like momentum for NFL in the UK. I wouldn't say it's huge or earth-shattering or anything, but it's pretty decent. I would compare it to the way that the Premier League is over here. Like it's a pretty decent following these days.
Sure.
But I wonder kind of how this breaks down, like if there are just a ton of Jags fans because they're there every year. In this case, twice a year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, have they had time to go out and buy jerseys in the last week? Is that what's happened?
But they've been doing this for like 10 years.
Sure. But what always confuses me, though, oh, wait a minute. They've been going for 10 years?
They go all the time.
They go every year?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. See, I didn't know that.
Because the NFL, I mean, pay attention to the teams that actually go there. Like, the NFL is not sending the Cowboys. The Cowboys have been once.
Yeah.
They're not sending the Steelers.
Jerry Jones won't make the flight anymore. See, that's what it is. Yeah, they have to worry about him just coming off dead.
Even the Patriots. I mean, this is, I think, the 5th international game for the Patriots. They've been doing them for 15 years. That's a decent amount. I think the Jags have like 10 or 12. I think they have 12, actually. That's incredible. They're literally doing it 2 weeks in a row. And this YouTuber who I follow who does true crime stuff, he's from Ireland, and he's a big Atlanta Falcons fan.
Okay.
And it's just like, where is that coming from?
Makes total
you know what I
sense,
mean?
sure.
So maybe there is something to that. Maybe there is just these random teams that are being followed in the UK because they're there, so to speak.
Well, it always throws me off when they show the crowd and every team is represented in the crowd. Like it makes me think that
it's
maybe
like that bar I went to, man.
Yeah, but it makes me. But now you're talking 100,000 people or whatever is in Wembley Stadium or wherever they're playing.
Yeah, Tottenham Hotspur, I believe.
Is it Tottenham?
Tottenham Hotspur.
Is it?
That's a new stadium.
See, I'm a big San Antonio Spurs fan.
Yeah.
And so when you search Spurs, you do get a lot of that overlap.
Yeah.
And I've always thought it was Tottenham.
Nope.
Huh. Okay.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, we all learn things.
Formerly of White Hart Lane, and now at the appropriately named Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Very nice. It's getting better as you go.
Is that better than a corporate name though?
I think so.
Their arch rivals play at the Emirates until someone else buys the name.
So it's okay. I got you. Yeah.
You looking this up? You verify
No. I'm just trying to keep up with the conversation, Cam. That's all.
So what I think is funny is like if you look at those, I compare it to how the Premier League here in the U.S. The Premier League teams will come over here for preseason stuff like friendlies, scrimmages, preseason games, and they will send their best teams. They will send Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, all the big teams.
Sure.
Whereas on the flip side, we're sending them
the Jags,
and at this point, the Patriots, the Colts, teams like that. Whoever the Jags played, the Bears. Bears are big market.
Titans.
Titans. That would be a great team for them.
The Raiders, when they move again, they'll send them.
Yeah.
Maybe they can be the London Raiders for a year.
The NFL has toyed with putting a team in London.
Yep.
I don't know how that works out logistically.
Makes total sense.
But they don't give a shit what works out logistically.
Mm-mm.
They're wanting to add an 18th game to the schedule.
I heard a quote from somebody, I think it was last season when we were talking about this. They were talking about how it takes less time to get to like London than it does for a team from New York to get to the other side of the country, and that's just
about right.
It doesn't take 18 hours to get to Seattle from New York.
No, but it takes like 6 hours to get to London from New York.
Oh, they sped it up. I see.
Somewhere between like 6 to 8 hours.
Okay. Is it really? It's only
also
6 to 8 hours.
But
See,
it's also a complete difference. So you go to, I know this is going to sound not that big a difference, but it kind of is. 3 hours time difference in Seattle, and it's a 5-hour time difference from the East Coast to London, and like that fucks up your whole day. Like you gotta get used to that.
Sure.
And so that like there is a weird competitive advantage that the Jags have in this game.
Yeah, because
they've been there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like that's not cool.
It's not fair at all. No,
the Patriots got to fly over. What the fuck?
I mean, Trevor Lawrence has been able to put product in his hair for 2 weeks straight now. Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's gotten used to the hard water there. Hadn't brushed his teeth in a week.
Yeah, the less toilet paper can go down
that's right.
the tube.
Yeah.
Not to be
the
confused
tube.
with
Wait,
the tube.
no, you can't say the tube because that's two different things. Yeah,
they've just been sucked in by the non-commercial television of the BBC.
What do you think they say when they want to like lay something down flat? Like, is that confusion? Do people go, no, wait, you want to put this paper in the elevator? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
flat's an apartment. Yeah.
Okay, you want to put this
Lift
paper in it? Okay, so help me rise this couch. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Help me elevate.
Help me elevate this couch. Wait a minute. Is it the elevator? No, we're not in America. Okay.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Dumb yank broad.
Dumb yank wanker.
I've been called that. Trust me.
Dumb yank broad.
Yeah. I was pretty douchey
the guy that
when
couldn't
I
see
came
or
back.
what?
Like I picked up. I did use and still on occasion use some British slang.
Yeah.
But the worst one, the douchiest one was so when I was over there, the closest fast food place, so to speak, was a Subway.
Okay.
Not to be confused with the Tube, because that's what we would call the Subway.
Well, that's why they call it the Tube. Because they got all those Subway sandwich restaurants.
And so I would go there, and the bread I would get was Italian herbs and cheese. But they would always correct me. They would say herbs and cheese.
Yeah.
And so by the end, I was just like, fuck it, I'll say herbs and cheese. And then I came back over here. First time I went to Subway, I said herbs and cheese. And I was like, you fucking douchebag.
You said, could you wrap that in some aluminum?
Yes. Please? Aluminium.
I like to keep it warm.
Swings and rotaries. I still say that.
What is that?
This game is total swings and rotaries.
What's swings and rotaries?
It's kind of, I equate it to 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It's it's a wash.
Okay.
And I believe it's swings and roundabouts, but roundabouts in New England are called rotaries. So. Bob's your uncle? You ever use that one?
Bob's your uncle. I've heard. I do not use that. I feel it is appropriation. I can't say that.
To my Uncle Bob.
That's right.
I don't.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace.
Well, he's Robert, but to his
Lost
friends.
the plot.
Lost the plot.
Yeah.
Well, that one just sounds like
it
universal.
Makes sense, man.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
That one makes total sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bangers and mash?
No.
That's not a thing?
Well, it's his thing. I don't eat them.
Why do they eat so much fish?
It's all over the place up there.
Oh, okay.
It's an island.
I got you.
You're not going to believe this. So I find all of that build up to say, I find no intrigue in this game. Like none.
And you're a huge fan, and you still don't find intrigue in it.
And I have to watch it. It's at 8:30 in the morning for us here, 9:30 on the East Coast. I hate that. Just make it a night game in London. Who gives a shit about the crowd there?
Yeah.
What? It's another time slot for the
Obviously
NFL
not the NFL. They sent those two teams.
So it's at 9:30 in the morning. It's Drake Maye's second start, not his first start. So you're just hoping for progress. The rest of the team still stinks. The Jags stink. It's like we're throwing our worst product that we can over there. In fact, 2 weeks ago, I was on this very show talking about the Patriots and the Dolphins, and probably the worst matchup you could have at that point, and saying, let's put it in the Kibbe Dome in Moscow, Idaho. Let's put it in the least romantic football spot.
Oh, that was the
in
potato
America.
graphic.
Yes.
See, sometimes I help with graphics. Sometimes.
Yes.
That one I had
And
no idea.
the times when they're good, Mike is doing
I had
them.
no, that's not what I'm saying.
No,
But,
it is.
But I
It's
had
true.
no idea what that was about. I just did what you told me to. And then now, look, 2 weeks later, I get the potato reference.
Now you get it.
Yeah.
So that game was
I guess I shouldn't have said
bad.
that because that meant I didn't listen to your show.
Sorry. You're helping it
Zach
stay
was
on the
here.
air,
Zach was here.
But I thought Dolphins Patriots was so bad you needed to stick it in a dome in Moscow, Idaho that fits 15,000 people. Instead, what the NFL has said, we will get you a matchup that might even be worse in the Jags and the Patriots, and we are going to put it instead of Idaho, it will be in London. That was their marketing thought process behind this game. They said this Cam guy had a good idea with the Moscow thing and Sidney Sweeney. Instead, we're going to send him to London and have Winston Churchill flip the coin. The Patriots are practicing at Winston Churchill's alma mater today.
Very nice.
Some boarding school he went to as a kid that's like 1 billion years old.
And so the corpse of Winston Churchill is going to flip the coin?
You bet, baby.
That's nice.
You
From
bet.
his bathtub?
You
with a lit cigar?
Yes. Yes.
A couple of guys dressed like Nazis behind him just running around.
I think it'll be hilarious if like 80,000 in that stadium are just big Jags fans.
Yeah.
Like they're like Duval. Like
I think it'd be
that
great if they're all Jags fans and then the Jags lose. That would be
the best case scenario for me.
And we may never have a foreign game again.
I doubt that, Mike. That would be funny, though.
A boy can dream.
They'll have a Super Bowl in London at some point.
Yeah.
I'm actually very surprised they haven't done it yet. It's such an easy thing to do, man.
Absolutely.
Although I guess the Tottenham one is in a dome stadium. And that might be the issue, is that there's not a dome stadium. It'll be cold there. But at some point, they're not going to give a shit. They did one in New York 10 years ago. They don't care.
They do soccer out in the cold all the time.
No, I know. But in a Super Bowl, they don't want that in cold weather.
Isn't it summer there now?
No,
no, that works.
Bye. And it doesn't get like actually terribly cold in London. So, I mean, it's football weather, brother. It did snow when I was there. You have a prediction on this game, Mike? I'm gonna let you have at it.
Yeah, I do. I think it gets canceled and both teams are asked to leave the league.
Shit, yeah.
No, I think I think Patriots take this.
Really?
Yeah.
They're dogs.
But I think it's like maybe a point, 2 points, that kind of thing. It's close.
Oh man.
Yeah.
If that does happen though, and Drake Maye has a big game, watch out. The Drake Maye hype train will be off the tracks if he goes off.
We just got to remember, I mean, you're still dealing with a team that is Jags are 1-5,
something like that,
or 2-4, one or the other, right? And so when I look at those two teams, I do think you're a better team.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though the record doesn't reflect it.
I think the record's about the same, but we're also
they are 1-5.
But
so
listen,
it is the same.
But
yes.
Think about this, right?
Yep.
You're dealing with a team that was put on top of the world, like they were supposed to just crush that whole division this year.
Yeah.
They're 1-5.
Well, yeah. Houston.
Right? No, I'm just saying everybody was talking Jags. Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, second coming. All of that stuff. Of who, I don't know. But second coming. And this is what they did with it. I got to believe the Patriots, one of the smartest teams ever in football, have what? Just give me leeway. Give me leeway.
Fucking fine.
So I have to believe they watched a little tape.
I don't know.
And they know how to stop the blonde bomber from doing the stupid things he does.
That was expert. That was good stuff.
Yeah.
I can't believe I got that for free.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
By the way, this is the 13th game for the Jags in London. They're 6-6.
Jesus.
Which is incredible considering they've been bad most of that time, save the 2017 season. But I'm telling you now, if Drake Maye goes off in London, you will not hear the end of the hype train, specifically from me. Because I know it's in the morning, but the entire football watching public that is up at that hour will be watching that game. And then you will be hearing about it before the 1 o'clock games, at the halftime of the 1 o'clock games. You'll hear about it before the 4:25 games. You'll hear about it before the Sunday night football game. Because that will be the story. if Drake Maye leads the Patriots to victory and throws 3 more touchdown passes in a game that a ton of people will be watching, yeah, that'll make for a humongous story. And who knows? Maybe they will become the England Patriots.
Wonderful. The old England Patriots.
You got it.
Yeah, that's
You
nice.
got it.
Good stuff.
Someone asked Drake Maye this morning about morning here, about what the fan situation would be like in London. Like, should they expect a lot of Patriots fans? And he says, well, it's kind of in the name, New England. And I was like, this kid's got it.
Yeah.
This kid's got it. He knows what he's up to.
He does.
That he is sharp as a tack, this kid.
Good stuff.
He
Good
really,
stuff.
you cannot sneak a fastball by him. Any flies on this dude, they're paying rent. I'll tell you what. So Patriots, Jags, London, catch that fever, man.
2-point game.
Catch that fever. I mean, the same place where, has anything ever happened in London?
No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
We are Rogue Media Sports.